Hey there. Today's college students are much more sophisticated and technologically savvy than the students of the past. Long gone are the days of simply signing up for a class on a whim with your fingers crossed, and maybe the recommendation of a random guy you talked to once for 2 seconds by the third floor vending machines. Today we have students using ChatGPT to write papers for them, and faculty using ChatGPT to grade them. So why wouldn't we expect students to flock to the internet, other students guide or misguide their choices of courses to add to their schedules? Since RateMyProfessors.com has come onto the scene, it has been making students boldly make recommendations for others based on a variety of course content and faculty members' physical appearance. If you remember when faculty would check their Rate My Professors page not for the comments, but to see if they've received any more chili peppers. I kind of miss those. I'm sure students often feel like they're simply sending their comments into the void, and so we are here today to let you know that we are reading your reviews, and sometimes laughing and more often crying, and sometimes rethinking all of the steps that led us to this point. Let's take a moment and dive into some of the mean reviews we've received over the years. All right, my most recent negative review from Psych 320, where I taught it asynchronously in the summer. This person had a lot to say. They had 6 different points. Their first critique, the first thing they're mad about, fully online course. Well, yeah, that's what you signed up for. What did you expect? He uses outdated YouTube videos to teach. In parentheses, during videos, he had to Google his own material. There's a couple things that are interesting. One, the YouTube videos are made with like a light board. They're pretty advanced and pretty cool. Outdated's weird. I mean, I guess if you're expecting me to record them like day before I deliver them, I guess that could be, but it's that stuff doesn't change that often. But yeah, I rely on really cool videos to teach stuff. I Googled my own material because my material that's out there is sometimes the only resource for the kind of thing that I'm looking for. So third thing is, makes you download software that is so difficult to use with Mac. Well, the problem is not the software, it's your Mac. Mac sucks. Labs and homework are tedious. Well, no duh. It's stat. What did you expect? Dance number in there? Still lagging on grades was their 5th critique. Yeah, they're a huge class. They had a lot of stuff to grade. Relax. You probably don't want your grade back anyway. My favorite one was the 6th one. Professor was non-existent throughout the summer session. Again, asynchronous. So I don't actually teach the course. It's made to be fully online without any meeting time. Except I did actually hold office hours weekly in which students don't show up. So it was existent, but because you didn't engage with me, that makes me non-existent. To me, you were non-existent.
Do yourself a favor and take someone else for Psych 321. I actually used to tell students that myself. She had pre-recorded lectures that did not explain the assignment. And when you would email her for a question about the assignment, her emails came off as hostile and condescending. She wanted to answer my questions and say I'm not following her lectures. Both following and lectures misspelled properly. Horrible. Don't take her. Okay, fair. That's right. Take fewer classes with me. Take classes with Drew. Less grading for me.
Get her a new laptop. I mean, yeah, I do need a new laptop. She needs to be replaced.
Not able to convey the material clearly. Speaks extremely fast. Condescending attitude. Fear-based teaching style. Creates a competitive atmosphere in the class. Lots of daily homework. Difficult tests. You have no time to do work for your other classes. In few words, if you want to ruin your semester, take this class with this professor. You should be very fearful.
This student wrote, "She's really good at killing my motivation to study. I don't understand how she recommends me not to drop her class when I asked her and told me to stay in her class. When I missed her first exam due to circumstances, which getting an A after not possible anymore, felt degrading to be in class with her after that. Tell her that students are more than a statistic to fill up her classes and not to give bad advices. So firstly, I think they missed an exam and they're mad at it. And secondly, I think they're peeved that I gave advice. So that's on them, it sounds like.
Terrible. He's arrogant and not helpful like he thinks he is. Joke's on you. I don't think I'm helpful either.
She's trying to gain followers on YouTube. So she makes you watch her lecture videos from her site. She's repetitive and beyond boring. If you have a question, don't bother asking. She'll berate you on the discussion link and threaten to take away extra credit if you ask again. She's extremely rude and unprofessional. Her profile picture on Canvas says it all. Okay, first of all, this is my Canvas profile picture, and I'm sorry that you're threatened that my dog is more beautiful than you. Second of all, the YouTube links are for students who possibly were absent during the lecture or needed to hear something again, so I'm sorry for being caring and worrying about the well-being of my students who maybe didn't catch the notes the first time in lecture. Oh, and this is my favorite part, threatening to take away extra credit. That's impossible because they never assign extra credit in the first place. But thanks so much for stopping by and leaving the review.
Here's a combo of the kind of mean reviews I get. Just quick discussion. This guy is useless. Do not take him. Go with someone else if you can. He is a horrible, lazy professor. The worst teacher for stats. That last one's like all caps. He's like yelling it. The worst teacher for stats. I mean, yeah.
This person also got a D. Asked her for help multiple times as she referred me to the lectures that had no information. The 300-word essays were based off the lectures that barely provided information. Got the same grade on every single paper. When I asked her for help and more info, she told me to read the lectures. Read the lectures? I was going through them 6+ times. Take a different professor.
One word: intimidating. She rules her class from her podium as if it were an iron throne. I am, however, not a coward, so I was able to overcome whatever tasks were thrown my way and finished with more than 100% in the class. Winter is coming.
Forgettable. Yeah, it would be forgettable if you're spending the whole class on your phone, isn't it?
Martinez is a nice guy. Oh, that's nice. But that's it. Nice guy that talks too much and he's a horrible teacher. I don't even know how to respond. I guess I just talk too much.
She is very nice and understanding. Her slides are no good and not reliable as a study source because she puts the incomplete version online. It only shows the complete ones in class. If you are not fast enough to write everything down, you need to read the textbook to make up for it. She has many quizzes which make you study for each chapter for class. So apparently providing material is not good enough for this student. And they said they would not take this class again for Psych 150.
My favorite of all time, though, is a short and sweet one that says, he sucks, but he's hot. Hot, yeah. Exclamation point on it. When I have like a bad day, sometimes just think about that review and make me smile and make my day a little better for some reason. Okay, so I'll take it.
This professor is very difficult to learn from. Research much. This is her actual job, and her materials are not based from anything other than her actual research job, which is not bachelor's degree material. It's master's and doctorate level work. Okay? Lectures are too extensive and the material is too hard. I passed her class but failed her lecture.
Human Factors is about products and usability. Very good, it sure is. A person who thinks about usability shouldn't make slides with a black background so that if I print them, I run out of ink and I can't write on them. They are also only in PDF, so I can't print just an outline as you can in PowerPoint. 10-page articles uploaded in 10 files. Not a user-friendly online class. Well, gee, wouldn't it be so great if you actually could email me and say, hey, can you send a PowerPoint version of this rather than a PDF? But I get it. Having a student ask a professor a question, that is just totally not okay. Okay, let's see. 10-page articles uploaded in 10 files. All right, next time I'll just have all my students purchase really expensive textbooks multiple times so they spend all their money on reading material rather than just appreciating the articles that I uploaded for you. Sorry for making that so difficult and not user-friendly.
Dr. Valadez was virtually useless and didn't add any value to this course. Anytime I emailed her, I got useless replies and no help. I don't think I understand this question.
Well, luckily, I could find a negative review, and I appreciate the student leaving it so that I could participate tonight. So here it goes. Honestly, I don't think he's a bad guy. His quizzes are online, but his exams are in person. Watches you like a hawk, and it's uncomfortable. His exams are a lot and stresses you because you have to go to classes for some weird reason. He's not funny and is kind of ignorant. My GPA dropped because of him.
Do not take this professor! She's the absolute worst. She doesn't know how to teach. Her lectures are really boring and she always goes off topic. That is true. I go off topic a lot. She does not care about her students and needs to be fired for her lack of passion towards her job. Yes, please, Jill Rosani, please fire me.